Hey everybody, this is Kev Bo Jones here again with another episode of the wonderful world of baseball cards. Gonna do something a little different today. I wanted to feature this book that I've had since I was about 10 years old. It's called Topps Baseball Cards, The Complete Picture Collection, a 35-year history. I got this book when I was about 10 years old. It was given to me before one of our annual summer family vacations to kind of occupy me in the car during the long 12-hour travel days as we drive down to Florida. This book I've always just absolutely loved this book. It was in a bookstore at the mall called Walden Books, and it was down there on the bottom. It's big and heavy. And every time I went to the mall as a kid, I had to get into Walden Books. I'd sit on the floor in the aisle and I would just pour through this book. I think it was about a $50 or $60 book back in the day, but it really opened my eyes to vintage baseball cards, what they looked like, some of the players, some of the faces. And it has always also been a really good reference for me, as I often sometimes go back to this book to look for certain cards of certain players, maybe a card with an interesting picture, the combo cards that were popular from about 57 through 68. So this book has always been an amazing reference, and as I said, it covers all the years from 1951 through 1985. Now, the pictures are kind of hard to see, and they're going to be hard to see in this video, but I do want to open it up and kind of show you how it was laid out. It was amazing. This, like I said, opened my eyes to baseball cards. Here's, of course, the foreword by Cy Berger. And what I really liked about it is each year they had a season recap, and they'd kind of tell you about who the best players were, kind of what happened, and then they'd give a little description about the set. For instance, the 1951 Topps Red and Bluebacks featured 22 Hall of Famers, and there may be a few more now who are in the Hall of Fame now. Also, another really interesting part was this quiz on the with each yearly recap. So for instance, we'll do a question here. It says the Giants traded one of their regulars from the championship season so that he could get a job as a manager. Who? So you look at card number 48 in the Redbacks, and that'll be the answer. So that would be Gene Stanky right here. Kind of hard to see, I know, but I just kind of wanted to show you this book. So as you can see, it shows every card basically and gives you a picture of it. Here's of course the famous 1952. It gives you all the cards, and this just as a kid blew my mind. I'd sit and I'd ask my dad about this player or that player. He of course collected from about 1951 through about 1953, and he sold his vintage collection with his paper route. But this book just opened my eyes to all these amazing players, all this amazing photography. Of course, here's the high numbers. There's the Mantle. There's the Jackie Robinson, Bobby Thompson, Roy Campanella. I mean, what a 4-card run there to start off the high numbers. Truly amazing. Of course, there's the famous Eddie Matthews. So yeah, this book was just awesome. Kind of getting into the 1953, 1954. As you see, it's all the cards. 1956, which is just a beautiful set. Here, we'll look at another one of these questions. Here's one from the 1956 set. It says, traded for pitcher Dick Littlefield and $35,000. This Hall of Famer ended a baseball era when he chose to retire instead of reporting to a new team. Who? And the answer right here is Jackie Robinson. So he was traded for Dick Littlefield and $35,000 and decided to retire instead. It's this kind of stuff that's just always inspired my love of the game. So, 57. It's all the cards. Another season recap. Just fun. And a few of my favorite sets and cards, of course, are from this vintage era. One of the ones I think that looks really nice is the 65 set. And we'll get to that and we'll do a trivia question from there. What the heck, huh? So here's the 1965 top set. And here's their little description on it. It says, similar to 1964, this series was heavy with rookies. It contained 55 rookie cards picturing 126 young players. Joe Morgan, Phil Niekro, Davey Johnson, Steve Carlton, Catfish Hunter, Jim Lonborg, Tony Perez, etc., etc. It seems like, it just gives you a description. No combination cards found in 1965, though. And we'll do a quiz question from here. Who hit the very first home run in the Astrodome? It was an exhibition game. I think we might know who that is. Of course, none other than Mickey Mantle. Card number 350. So I just wanted to share this with you. This book is just amazing. It's always been a great reference for me as I look at cards, maybe that have interesting pictures. One of the ones I think with the strangest photography is the 1973 set, and we'll take a peek at that. Of course, there's the fun 72 set. And we'll do a trivia question here from 73. The plans of the California Angels were dealt a severe blow when this young outfielder broke his leg on May 17th and was out for the year. Who? And that's card 502. Why, none other than Bobby Valentine. How about that? So you can just see, fun book, great reference, especially when you're a young 10-year-old kid too. There was really no way to know what any of these cards of any of these players looked like back then, unless you had a book like this. So thanks everybody for watching. I hope you enjoy. And if you ever have the opportunity to see this book, to find it or to pick it up, I highly recommend it. It is just an amazing reference. And again, this is Kevin Jones. And thanks for watching.